Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Jedi. So today we're going to be talking about kind of like a topic that's been going on for a while. Of course, the protests and George Floyd. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about the Seattle riots that have been going on, where they have this thing called the cop-free zone, and where there not supposed to be any cops, and they basically just barricaded it. So it's kind of crazy there, and a lot of things are happening. So I'm going to tell you guys what's going on and why it got so out of control, and are these really peaceful protests? So let's go. All right, guys. So to start off, first, I'm gonna give you guys a quick backstory. So basically what happened is in Seattle, of course, they had protests. So they had BLM protests, and then they started making different protests also. And it got out of hand to the point where the police couldn't really control the position anymore. And there's a bunch of people barricading and just like completely causing a ruckus. And they made a cop-free zone where there aren't supposed to be any cops, because if there are cops, then they would threaten to do something. So then, like, kill or hit or something, and just stir up some controversy. So they decided to just barricade it and make their own laws and just be their own police department, like what they're doing in Minneapolis. We'll get to that too, but in a different video. But in Seattle, we have the riots, and pretty much all the cops, they're just watching, and they can't really do anything, because if the protesters go violent, then there's no point in the cops going in there and being more violent, because the cops have to follow the laws, but the protesters don't really have to follow any laws, because even if they don't, then other public lives would be at danger. So the cops can't really go in there and just manhandle and do stuff. So they have to kind of take it slow and take it back. So the protesters there are pretty much just rioting and forming their own little congregation in the middle. And President Trump said that he does not support this, of course, right? Because it's protesting and you're just stopping things, you're just stopping stuff from happening, and you're saying it's a cop-free zone, whereas all humans should be allowed. But President Trump, of course, not an advocate of this. No one really supports them besides themselves. And this isn't like the peaceful protest. It kind of like changed from that, and it got really violent. So like all protests, this is also just going to get violent, and it's not really fighting for George Floyd at this point. They're just kind of fighting for themselves, just being selfish, like most protests end up to be. So that's basically where that stands, guys. Quick short video talking to you guys about the Seattle debacle, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. But just remember, stay tuned, guys. Tomorrow I'm gonna be talking to you guys more about a different topic, and of course it's gonna be about the protests, because until they end and until we're out of coronavirus, I have to keep updating you guys. So I will be talking about that stuff. So be sure you guys subscribe and turn on notifications, so then you'll get one video a day from me, so you won't get bored during quarantine. Other than that, guys, thanks so much for watching. Follow me on Instagram at Jedi.Solomon. I'll see you guys tomorrow.